I had a fortuitous meeting with John Paul, who is who was the bass player in Sarah Days, Cillian Murphy's band, about 1 minute away from where I'm standing now, outside the fabled Murphy stables of the Gay Future affair. Worth having a look at that. Quite intriguing. And John Paul said to me that Cillian is after getting the lead in Oppenheimer. And I said to John Paul, that's an Oscar. He's got it. That's an Oscar. And he said to me, you think? Oh yeah. And not that it was a kind of a Nostradamian infused prognostication or anything like that. I was Cillian's mentor and teacher for 4 years. And I was one of the first people to say, this kid's got talent. He's got, he's brimming with talent. And I may have been the first person to say, he's going to win an Oscar. The thing is, Cillian has that skill set where he can superimpose his personality upon the role he is going to be portraying. And akin to the great Irish actor Cyril Cusack. And the other capability that Cillian has is like the Lee Strasberg methodology, where he would study Oppenheimer's character type, study his traits, nuances, behavior patterns, idiosyncrasies, vernacular, syntax, linguistics. Indeed, he did study Dutch, learn to speak Dutch, because Oppenheimer had a tenured professorship in the Netherlands, and to be able to replicate that, Cillian studied Dutch. Also, Oppenheimer had a penchant for the Bhagavad Gita and the Sanskrit scriptures, the Veda and sutras, and I believe Cillian studied those also, but may have developed a taste for them subsequently. Stern's digression, if I may. I have a video called Retrocausality. I'll post it below. Similar vibe. Nice video. Also, I'm kind of more for the Greek mythology myself. The Delphic maxims and know thyself and all that. Another thing about Cillian that I was cognizant of, he was super positive, super congenial, and super affable, and could easily integrate and adapt to a multiplicity of situations in class. He found it very easy to get on with people, and could endear himself to people with relative ease, which is a winning sine qua non to have that capability. Also, when I was teaching him, particularly like the Zappa stuff, he was really, really enthusiastic, but also very curious, and he had an incredible attitude, really hungry to learn, but also kind of wanted to know the intricacies of the Frank Zappa material, like what was the logic behind it, its functionability, its usability, and its origin. So he wanted to kind of basically dissect it, and so he could decipher it. And but I believe that the Frank Zappa stuff, being able to play that and being able to play it in his band later, that gave him a lot of confidence. It gave him confidence in to the extent of, he probably said to himself, if I can play Zappa, I can play anything. And if I can play anything, I can do anything. Because when I was teaching him, I heard nothing of acting. And we would talk quite a bit, but there was nothing of acting. And but I'd say that because when he went for those auditions for Disco Pigs, he was hitting it out of the park. He was absolutely fantastic, and so he was probably able to, like, the stuff that he gleaned from the music, the confidence and all that. He was able to kind of sublimate that into his acting, and it paid off dividends because he got the role. And Cork was brimming with actors back then, brimming with actors, and there was no shortage of people contending for those roles. And Cillian, he got it. And not only that, half of America was after the Oppenheimer lead, and Cillian got it, and Cillian made it his own. A great man of character. Thank you very much for listening.